Now I will discuss about the respiratory system. The respiratory system starts from our nose and mouth. The air enters from our nose and mouth and passes through the airways and reaches the lungs. The two components of our respiratory system are upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract. The upper respiratory tract include nostrils, nasal cavity, sinuses, pharynx and larynx. The lower respiratory tract include trachea, bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. Now what are nostrils? Nostrils are external opening of the nasal cavity. Now what is nasal cavity? Nasal cavity is the inside of the nose, and nasal septum divides the nasal cavity into two cavities. What are sinuses? Sinuses are hollow cavities in the skull. Sinuses are hollow cavities in the skull that make the upper respiratory tract, that make a part of the upper respiratory tract. Now what is pharynx? Pharynx is a common pathway for both digestive and respiratory systems. Pharynx is a part of throat behind oral and nasal cavities in the head of larynx and esophagus. What are the three parts of pharynx? The three parts of pharynx are nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx. What is larynx? Larynx is a hollow tubular structure. Larynx is a hollow tubular structure that allows air to passes through it during breathing and helps it producing sound. Larynx is also called the voice box. Larynx is located between pharynx and esophagus.
Pharynx and
Trachea.
okay.
Now what are the three parts of larynx? The upper part of the larynx is called supraglottis, which includes epiglottis. The middle part of the larynx is called glottis, which includes vocal cords, and the third part of the larynx is called subglottis. Now, what is epiglottis? Epiglottis is a leaf-shaped flap of cartilage located at the upper part of larynx. Now, what is the main function of epiglottis? The main function of epiglottis is to seal up the windpipe. Automatically during swallowing, so that it prevents food and water, so that it prevents food and drink from entering in the airways. We have already discussed about the upper respiratory tract. Now we will discuss about the lower respiratory tract. The lower respiratory tract includes trachea, bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. Now what is trachea? Trachea is a cartilaginous tube that connects larynx to the bronchi. Trachea is also called the windpipe. What are bronchi? Bronchi are cartilaginous tubes. That begins at the end of trachea and branches as bronchioles within the lungs. Now what are bronchioles? Bronchioles are smaller. Bronchioles are non-cartilaginous smaller tubes in the lungs that branches in the bronchi. That branches from the bronchi.
Inside the lungs.
That branches from the bronchi inside the lungs. Now what is alveoli?
What are?
What are alveoli? Now, what are alveoli? Alveoli are tiny balloon shaped. Alveoli are tiny balloon shaped air sacs present present in the present in the
Present at the end of the
present at the end of the bronchioles, present at the end of the bronchioles, where exchange
inside the lungs.
Where exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. Alveoli are balloon shaped air sacs present in
Are a tiny
tiny balloon shaped air sacs present at the end of the bronchioles inside the lungs, where exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. What are cilia? Cilia are hair-like projections. Cilia are hair-like projections present present in the trachea, bronchi, and bronchioles. But smaller bronchiole doesn't have cilia.
So this is all about the
The respiratory system.